Welcome, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for waiting. We were a little bit late. Some technical difficulties on our part.
My part.
It's probably both, buddy. Who knows? Who knows? But we got a great session with you. We got Gary Prado, Vitalis. That's our number one choice for virtual staff. I know you have a different name for it, Gary, but regardless of the name, you're my go-to for everything. I just texted. Now, instead of texting Gary, I just reach out to his team, which I did 3 days ago. I go, dude, I think I need a PR department. Yep. Help me. So now we're looking at a whole PR department. Today's topic is something that should sound very familiar to you. You hear it all the time. AI won't replace agents. It's a whole saying, right? It's agents that are using AI will continue to grow in this coming world. Gary, where do you want to start with this topic?
Well, I got a presentation that I did, so I'm going to share my screen, and then we'll talk. It'll be about 10 or 15 minutes long, and then we'll talk about what your thoughts are, and then chime in whenever you want. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and we will get it going.
While you're doing that, I got a few people just saying hi. I see a few of you, and Jasmine in Nebraska, what's up? Love Nebraska. All right.
Can you see my screen?
We see a Chat GPT screen, but that's it.
That's not it. So let me go. That was the wrong. I have multiple windows up, so that's the problem.
Mm-hmm. Jennifer Fort Wayne. Jennifer, my dad's not too far from you. I love Fort Wayne. My dad lives just about 20 minutes south of you. I forget the name, but every time we go there, we visit him.
All right.
And if for any reason we freeze, just go ahead and just jump back in. This is playing into YouTube. It's being recorded. So we'll see you on there, or we'll see you back if you're just jumping back on. Let's see if we got it. There we go. That was it.
All right. Perfect. Sorry about that. I have multiple windows on my screen. So today we're going to go over some information about our company, and Tristan uses us
for everything.
Yeah, but we're really good at certain things, and of course we struggle at certain things, but we're really good at sourcing and vetting and finding talent.
Yep.
And I think that's what you'll definitely agree in is just us finding talent. We're just really good at it. So anyway, AI will not replace real estate agents. Agents who use AI and virtual assistants will outperform agents who do. It's really, is it AI versus agents? No, not really. AI replaces repetitive tasks. It does not replace trust. 80% of the buyers purchased through an agent or a broker. 91% of the sellers used an agent or broker. Clients still need judgment on price, risk, timing, repairs, contracts, and emotions. I did a breakout session with a coaching group in Nashville this past year, and it was on agents focusing on $1,000 an hour conversations. If it requires a license, then do it. If it doesn't, delegate it. And that's the key to scaling. So anyway, AI gives speed and pattern recognition. VAs give execution and consistency. The agent becomes a strategist, negotiator, and relationship owner. So were you going to say something about this, Tristan? What are your thoughts?
Well, I think the key to this is, this is just from me hiring a lot of different virtual staff from your company and outside before. I think the key question that I have now is when I'm interviewing them, I say, hey, tell me how you're using AI. Like every single interview that I do now is like, tell me how you're using AI just for fun. And that's a big insight as to how they'll be using AI with you, your business, and in your world. So that's one of my qualifying questions, Gary. I don't know if you guys have been asking that, but I just want to know how they're using it for fun. Because think about this, if they're using it for fun, that means they're going to be using it for your business. I encourage everyone on my staff to use AI and to send me funny pictures, dumb videos using AI, because I know they're using it and they're exploring it and having fun. So I love this.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. All right. What clients still buy from an agent? AI can draft, AI can summarize, AI can calculate. And by the way, we're going to get into some really good tips on how to use AI in just a second. So, and I can't wait to get into that, but I've got to get through this stuff first. Trust, negotiation, local judgment, and emotional control. The client the clients still buy from an agent. So that's what the agent should be focusing on and understanding about how AI works with that. The real enemy is not AI, it's dead work. That's where agents fail to scale and fail to have success. It's the dead time that agents think they have to use or do because of a lot of times fear and control. And that equates to dead work because you need to be focusing on $1,000 an hour conversations, not social media, not lead generation, not TC. You need to focus on $1,000 an hour conversations, and that's it. So, the manual agent, typing the same follow-up, rewriting listing copy, searching old notes, making social media posts from scratch that get stuck in your phone and never get posted, updating CRM fields late, forgetting long-term nurtures versus a leveraged agent. AI drafts, AI summarizes, the VA executes, checks, the CRM remembers agent advices and negotiates. What can AI do? Should and ask yourself what should never require my personal brain twice. So that's what AI could do, and that's what we teach. The real estate agents that we work with as far as AI is concerned. Now we have a whole AI training department on Vitalis Outsourcing.
Smart.
And so we have 2 full-time AI trainers, and that's everything from Claude Coworker to Claude Codex to Perplexity to Twins. We've been playing with Twins, so if you're looking to learn more about AI and how you can use AI, we have a whole training department that they do that. That's all they do. So the AI plus VA agent operating system, think of it as a business as 4 connected roles, not one overwhelmed person. The agent, they need to focus on the relationship, the strategy, the pricing, the negotiation, the client trust. That's what they're good at. And so the AI does the research, the drafts, the summaries, the scripts, the options, quality checks. The VA does the system CRM updates, follow-up, scheduling, social, admin, reporting. And then, of course, the CRM is the single source of truth of leads, notes, tasks, stages, and history. AI recommends, VA prepares, and then the agent approves. That's the structure that we teach.
I like that, man. That makes a lot of sense.
The daily market intelligence brief. Turn local knowledge into a repeatable daily advantage. Every morning, your VA pulls raw data. AI turns it into talking points, and you add the judgment. So the AI pulls new listings, price cuts, pendings, expireds, rates, local headlines. Love old history old history post, by the way, for local headlines. Builder incentives. The AI converts it on what changed, why it matters, who should care, and what to say today. And then the agent deploys, text past clients, record short videos, advice, active buyers, and call sellers. Give 3 seller angles, the 3 buyer angles, and 3 investor angles, and 1 contrarian take. Now, this next one comes up. I really like this next one or the one after, so as far as some little hacks that you can use. When a lead comes in, it's all about speed to lead. So this is a 5-minute lead rescue system. The lead comes in, Facebook ad, whether Zillow, Facebook, call sign, open house, whatever. The AI drafts the reply, a personalized SMS, email, and call opener. The VA responds call, text, book, tags them in the CRM, whether you're using Lofty, FUB, or whatever, and then set the next task. The agent jumps in, qualified the lead, gets a human advice fast. So that's what we just talked about as far as the agent is focusing in on the qualified lead and provides the human task, which is the relationship, the rapport building. And that's what they do best. So why it matters. The odds of contacting or qualifying a lead drop sharply when response time slips from 5 to 30 minutes. If you don't reply fast or don't have a speed to lead plan, then you are losing out on leads and conversations and deals. And we all know that. We've talked about speed to lead so many times with me. But the goal is within 30 seconds. That's just something that, you have to try to get there. Are you going to get there within 30 seconds? Probably no, but speed to lead is crucial. One listing appointment equals 30 assets. So most agents underuse the listing because they only make the obvious post: a seller story angle, neighborhood post, 3 buyer hooks, open house invite, email blast, reels, scripts, pricing, objection, answers. So these are all things that you can use for different posts. Just because you have one listing that you did a reel from or a social media post, you can talk about other things. So you can turn that one listing appointment into a lot of different things. So follow-up task, real script, and those are just some ideas that you can use. The VA captures the raw info, the AI creates the draft, and then the agent approves the story. So most agents forget about the valuable details because they live in text calls and random notes. Have the VA turn every call showing, open house, and DM into a structured CRM notes. Let AI draft the personal touches. So family, lifestyle content. I saw this new listing near a school. I thought you'd like it. Motivation, non-negotiables. Rates moved, but your payment target still works. We looked under this. And then next, personal follow-up. Thought of you because this backyard solves the dog issue. These little known techniques, or you can even use voice notes after an appointment. The VA cleans them into the CRM field, and then by the day's end. So let me just go over. I wanted to go over this one slide. So here's how a great way you can use AI, Tristan. And I want your opinion on this. Use AI as an objection and negotiation simulator. So before the call, have AI play the other side. So act as a seller who refuses a price reduction and challenge my logic. Act as a buyer worried about inspection. Give me 10 objections. Act as the other agent. What terms would you push back on? Find weak points in my counter strategy. So, Tristan, how many agents do you think that are using AI this way to have a simulator, a negotiation simulator, before they have conversations or send emails or things like that?
Yeah, not very many. That's the answer.
Yeah. This is, AI is great because, you get really good ideas. And by the way, if you just get one good point or counter offer or strategy that you can use, it's worth the time to do this. So I would urge agents not to keep doing what they're doing. Just because you've done it this way for this many period of years doesn't mean that's the best way to do it. Challenge yourself to try new things. Challenge yourself to try different techniques and learn how AI can help you. So use this technique and use it before your call, and have your points that you can talk to, your talking points, and have it, offer a counter strategy and find my weak points in the counter strategy. So, yeah. So, just use AI and, just to do that. The agents that I talk to, I probably talk to 4 or 5 agents a day, and they are not near this detailed, but as far as their organization and their follow-up, they're just kind of all over the place. I would say probably 1 in 100 show up for a discovery call on time. They're usually a couple minutes late and they're apologizing and things like that. But that's just the chaos that they live in because they don't
Mhm.
have systems and processes in place, right?
That's very true, man. I think the challenge isn't so much that maybe the agents don't know how to use this, is that they don't take the time to learn how to use it.
Yeah.
So it creates a bigger chaos in their world because now we're being pulled by a reactive habit that we have in place, unfortunately.
Well, real estate agents get into the industry probably because they're good at relationships. They want to sell houses. And we've all had these
Mhm.
conversations before and they think it's glamorous. But, AI can help you with the edge and AI can help you with the confidence. If you go into a meeting or go into an inspection, or if you're going to have a call with another agent, and you go in with these talking points, you're calmer, you feel confident because you know that you have something ready to talk about. So
Mhm.
this kind of stuff takes 10 minutes before a call. If it's an important call, let AI, act as an object, somebody that critiques my, what I'm going to say. And so I love this strategy because it really helps the confidence of the agent, and it's really good, and it gives talking points, and it's something that you can it doesn't take a lot of time to do, Tristan, but
Mhm.
the outcome is massive. So you're going to be better prepared. Um, um, you're going to have more success if you have somebody critique you, and it only takes like 10 minutes.
That's
So
very true.
anyway, that's one of the things that I really liked about this presentation is having it critique me. So here's the open house follow up factory. Don't just collect names, create context and next steps. I really like this as well. Most open house follow ups is too generic. Thank you for stopping by. Um, so instead of that, at the door, have a QR form that has the timeline, financing, must have, and deal breakers. During the visit, the
Mm.
VA tags the comments, backyard, commute to school. Well, these are the main things that they want. Commute, school, payment, concern. That's during the visit. So the VA tags those as those in the CRM. Within 30 minutes, AI drafts personalized follow-ups based off of those tags. I call them tags. And the VA sends and books the next step. The next morning, the AI sends one human voice note to the hottest prospects out of all of those open
Mm.
house. Um, After every open house, ask AI 3 reasons this visitor may not be ready yet. So you can have your VA can structure that intelligently. So use AI here at say 3 reasons why the visitor might not be ready yet. And it's going to tell you, which is pretty cool.
That's very true, man. I think things like this are become a challenge for real estate agents because we we don't have the time to be able to input and learn all of this information. So I think the key to this is as you're growing, you need to look for opportunities either to do it yourself by setting the right time or to hire someone to be able to do this. Once you're done with this, I've got a little structure here for AI for agents to be able to succeed with AI and staff as they grow.
Okay, so let's just hop through this so we can get into that. So build a referral pass client flywheel. Best agents do not chase new leads. They stay useful to people who already trust them. So
Mhm.
here is weekly, monthly, quarterly, and life events. You can use, and by the way, if you want this presentation, you can email me. We'll give you an email address at the end, and then we'll send it to you. Um, Guardrails not to automate. AI is leveraged, but the agent is still accountable. Final pricing advice without human review, fair housing, sensitive language, legal tax lending, contract changes, fake reviews, fake expertise, undisclosed automation.
Mhm.
That can hurt the trust
You
for the
know,
agent.
on this, I would add one thing to this because One thing we're noticing with AI to be able to recommend the real estate agent or anybody that's doing business, the way that you show up on your website needs to be
Mhm.
identical to the other sites that you're showing up on. So the very first thing that I would have my VA do is, hey, go to ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, doesn't matter. Go somewhere that's AI driven and type in, hey, where do I show up on all of the different places? And what are the discrepancies? And then the VA or staff or whoever could then go in and change all of those so they match up. Because the moment they match up, it creates more authority so that AI can pull information for you when people are searching in those areas, and that increases your visibility in AI.
That's a really great info. Um, So I'll go ahead and finish up with this last slide. So this is a 30-day implementation plan. So a good plan now is better than a great plan later. So start and just start the plan. And so here's a week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, how you can start implementing all of this. And then the future of the agent is not replaced. The future of the agent is amplified. Use AI to think faster, use VAs to execute consistently, and use human judgment to win trust. So that was that presentation. And I'll go ahead and just stop sharing my screen and you can get into what you were going to present. Okay, there we go.
I love that, man. And obviously, if people want this, how do they get that presentation from you?
Yeah. So you can email me, and I always get emails after these. Gary at vitalisva.com. So
Gary,
Gary, Gary, at Vitalis, VITALISVA.com.
VA.com. All right, put your email there. It's going to pop up. There you go, everybody. Here's what I want you to focus on now that you've gone through Gary's presentation, because we not only have, I don't know, over 40 virtual staff, right? So that's just for our organization. But we also use every single major AI in our business. And we're going from ChatGPT, the highest tier, Claude, the highest tier, Gemini, all everything, even Perplexity. So the thing that I've noticed that allows you to succeed at the highest level as an agent, because I want you to simplify this, are these 5 things. And I've gotten them written down here because as you're going through Gary's presentation, you've got to think the number one thing here for success is, well, where does my business come from for the last 12 months? Does it come
Right.
from past clients, Sphere, online leads? And if it's online leads, what? Is it Google, Meta, Zillow, Realtor.com? Where? Open houses? Like one of the slides was open houses. Is it from events? Is it from mailers? Right? I don't know. But you have to answer that question first. Where does most of my business come from? Then the next thing you need to do is, okay, great. Now that I know, or now that I'm reassured, 1, 2, 3, what time can I put in my calendar to actually dig in and see what the opportunities are for those specific lead sources? So let's say, Gary, you and I are masterminding, and I'm like, you know what? How's tomorrow at 10 a.m., right? And you're like, oh, good, it's open. So tomorrow, 10 a.m. for an hour, I'm going to be doing now the next step, which is, what can I automate? Shortcut and or enhance that I currently already do that connects to that highest source of business. Because the moment I start answering that, that means, okay, great. Now I'm going to add AI to it. And I know that if I add AI, Gary, I'm going to do it one time and then I'm going to forget. So it's going to be more like, what can I add AI to? Great. Now I need somebody to help me with that so it stays consistent, right? But that's how we have to start thinking along those lines. Let's go through it. Past clients, right? I'm going to do Friday at 10 a.m. to go over this. And now I'm going to be like, well, what do I already do that I can do better? Well, I have a newsletter that goes out every week. Can I enhance that? And if I can, what should I enhance it with? Maybe it's a video, maybe it's more localized news, maybe I'm
Mm,
not adding what to do in the community, right? And all of that can be done with AI,
yep.
right? So, okay, cool. Well, what am I not doing? Well, darn it, I need to reach out to them more quarterly with a check-in to give them I've got this great directory, Gary. It's a directory for all of our service providers, and we update it quarterly. So our VA could just simply reach out to them. Or even better yet, maybe we can create an automated system with AI through our virtual staff that can do that. The point is that now I'm thinking, okay, now my number one source of business, how can I get more business from it? Right. And then I'm going to test it out. That's the next step. This is
Right.
test this out for 30 days and tweak it. But you see, it's already getting a little bit like, even though I have a structure, there's a lot to this because Gary, I still need to take care of all of my open contracts. I need to follow up with my past clients, my sphere. I need to post on social. I need to prospect. So it makes sense that if I'm going to build this out, I have somebody who's helping me out because the last one is once I'm done with this, I'm going to apply it to the next vertical where I get the most business. Past clients, great. Now what? My sphere, great. Now what? My online leads, right? Now what? Open houses. It keeps going. But I won't be able to do that in scale if I don't have a structure and I don't have somebody who's helping me. And I think the biggest problem is we don't have somebody who's helping us long term.
Right. I agree. I agree 100%.
Yeah. Anyway,
Real estate agents, go ahead.
no, that's what I got from what you were saying. I'm like, ooh, this is good. So
Real estate agents just they don't have the time because they don't have systems and processes. It's just like a revolving circle, just over and over again, but they don't fix the problem. And so, and they're expecting a different result because, but they're not, don't want to try anything new. They don't want to try AI, and they just keep it's just a revolving circle, and it's just it never ends for them. So it's tough. Let me just say, Tristan, before we leave, our number one position at Vitalis Outsourcing is social media management, content creation. That is our number one position, pumping
hold on.
out content.
Can I show you something, buddy, on
Yeah.
content creation? Right? Give me a second because I'm going to show you what our team, this is not even me. This is our staff again, right? I'm just going to go to Google. And sorry, we went a little bit over, but I need to share this. I'm going to go to Google. So check out what we're testing out because I'm going to just tell you the way that business is coming in now has slightly changed because it feels like we're back in the early 2000s when blogging actually works now to get business, which is crazy. But because we got the right team, so check this out. This is one of many, but this is the one that shows up well right now. Father's Day, we just had Father's Day, right? Father's Day in Conejo Valley. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So we type in Father's Day in Conejo Valley. Our team made an article for this using the right schema structure on AI. The very first article that pops up is our blog. I didn't write this, right? There it is. And not only that, AI captured it on the Google overview. Because look on the right, that's one of the sources it picked up. Best Father's Day weekend in Conejo Valley. So now we understand the schema, and I shouldn't say we, it's my team understands the schema,
Yep.
and they're the ones who told me, Tristan, we figured it out. Like I just don't have the time to be able to figure every single vertical out. But you know what I do have the time for once it's all done and it's working? I have the time to listen to them and be like, thank you. I understand it now. Now I can go and teach it because we're doing it and we can duplicate it and scale it in all of our other verticals. See, that's why to me, having the staff is so
Right.
important to implementing AI long term so that we can scale and continue to grow. This is why nobody can beat us.
Well, we invested as a company in 2 AI trainers, and their job, Tristan, every week is to take more courses and keep training. So we pay them to learn, and so and so
So hold on, I have a question on that. So the VAs or the staff that you have that we hire, those continually get also taught and through this education that you have. How does that work? Tell me.
well, we always have like reoccurring. So all of our we call them XPs, sorry, so executive partners. So all of our XPs have mandatory training, whether if it's outreach, we use Sales Go AI to do role playing, or so overcoming objections or things like that. But all of our XPs have to do mandatory training every week to get better at their job. And AI is part of that. Our AI trainers have to learn every week. Like right now, Mark is, all day long, he's learning about, Codex with Claude. And so, we want to be able to teach that and how agents can utilize Claude Codex and set that up and have that performing for them. So we invest in training internally so we can train our clients, but also all of our XPs that we place, they have mandatory training as well.
I love that.
Have to.
Yeah, you do have to, man. Thanks. Appreciate that. Everyone, please, if you are looking to hire another arm, another brain, just somebody to help you grow and do and implement all of those things you've been wanting, this is the way to go. Scan that QR code or just reach out to Gary. I did put Gary's email up there in the chat, in the comments. It's Gary at vitalisva.com.
Yep.
Grab that one, send him an email, at least to get the whole presentation that he just did. Gary, thanks for doing this, buddy. Thanks for continuing to do great things for our industry.
All right. Appreciate it, Tristan.
Thanks, everybody. Have an awesome day. Have a great 4th of July weekend. I hope you're doing something fun.